Presentation Skills 1. You are not a robot. How to present naturally and confidently.
Hello there, students. I'm Anh. I'm a tutor here at Cal.
And I'm Michael. When you give a presentation, do you only read from your slides or only from your script? This turns bright students into sleepy robots.
Yes, you've seen it. Maybe you've even done it yourself. Holding your script like it's your last hope to live. Palms sweaty, eyes glued to the words, reading word for word, causing the audience to slowly doze off.
Reading your slides or notes word for word might feel safe, but it makes you sound robotic and stiff. Presenting in English isn't just about getting your script perfect.
Exactly. You are not a robot. You are a real human being that is capable of engaging in speech, body language, and eye contact.
In this video, we're going to help you sound more natural, confident, and engaging when you present in English.
We will do this in 4 main ways. First, we will give you useful phrases to connect your ideas. Second, we will give you tips on how to use cue cards instead of just reading from a script. Third, we will help you to speak clearly and naturally. Fourth, we will provide tips on what to do when you forget something. And last but not least, we will go into depth on how you can make improvements on your own.
That's a lot. Let's jump in. Why this happens and why it's okay. First, let's talk about the big why. Why do so many students read word for word and sound like a robot in presentations?
Well, it's totally normal. It's usually because you're anxious, unsure of your pronunciation or grammar, or you're just afraid of forgetting something really important.
But here's the twist. Reading everything is the mess up. It makes you sound less confident, less engaging, and more distant.
Another possible reason that students read word for word is that we think formal means flat or perhaps even stoic. But in English, the monotonic delivery can make you sound uninterested in your material, even if you're really excited about the topic.
If your voice sounds the same from start to end, your listeners will tune out or daydream.
But here's the good news. We've got the tools and the techniques to help you break free and shine. Strategy 1. Phrases for highlighting your main point.
Tell the audience what matters. These phrases could help you sound more conversational and more in control in your presentation.
Here are the phrases for highlighting your main point. So, what the slide is really saying is, let me explain this point in a different way.
Here's why this matters. To give you an example, in short, this means that
the key point I want to make is, what matters most here is, to sum this up in one sentence,
these are friendly, non-robotic, everyday phrases that your audience can follow.
All right, next session. Advanced sentences for highlighting your main point.
Now, if you want to level up, sound even more confident, and impress your professors and peers, try these advanced expressions. I'll walk you through the key ideas. This part might look dense, so let me unpack it step by step.
I'd like you to think about what it implies in real life. Please take a look at category 3 on the graph. The main takeaway here is,
despite the complexity of this local issue, let's focus now on the big picture. While this graph looks complex, the main takeaway is quite simple.
These phrases show your audience that you understand the material. They show confidence and control. And that makes you sound fluent, even if you make small little grammar slips here and there.
Because presentations aren't grammar tests. They're more about connecting ideas, and it's about being understood.
Okay, quick show of hands. Script or cue cards?
We vote cue cards.
Full script can be a safety net, but they're also a trap. I mean, you end up reading instead of connecting with your audience.
Cue cards, on the other hand, are like having your best friend whisper in your ear. Don't forget the next topic.
So, write down keywords, transitions and reminders, key statistics, and anything that can help you get back on topic.
Small tip, write large enough. You don't want to squint at your notes like you're trying to read a shampoo label in the shower.
All right, next section. Slides are not a teleprompter. Another big trap is using your PowerPoint slides as your full script.
You may turn to your slides briefly to read the main point, but you must turn back to the audience to elaborate and complete the topic.
You're not a karaoke machine, so don't sing along to the bullet points.
Treat your slides like a guide. Use your slide to highlight key ideas, and then you explain them or elaborate on them in your own words. Speak to your audience, not to your PowerPoint slides.
You can also use visuals, diagrams, and write keywords and key sentences to help you remember. But do not write paragraphs. Paragraphs are boring and they're hard to read.
Next topic. What to say when you forget what to say.
Things happen during a presentation. Everybody forgets a line once in a while. It's completely normal.
And here's how you can handle these brain farts like a pro. You can say, let me take a second to gather my thoughts. Or, I'll come back to that in a moment. You can also say, I just lost my train of thought. Thank you for your patience.
These phrases keep the atmosphere relaxed. And oftentimes, no one really notices unless you make a big deal out of it.
Smile, breathe, and keep going. You've got this. Perhaps check your slides or your note cards for helpful reminders. How to practice to not sound memorized and robotic. Here's another concern students tend to have. If I don't read, should I memorize the script?
Short answer? No.
Memorized speeches often sound stiff. The moment you forget one word, you panic.
It's like building a Jenga tower with your brain. One wrong move and crash. Memorize your script inhibits you from creative thinking while you're presenting.
Instead, understand the structure of your talk. Practice summarizing each part of your presentation. Know the message that you want to deliver.
And when practicing your script, focus on remembering the why of every point. That way, even if you forget a phrase or a data point, you can still talk about the point.
We recommend practicing with friends. The added pressure helps you prepare for the real presentation. You can even ask them to interrupt you randomly so you can practice getting back to your main points without using a script.
Let's talk more about feedback. Peer feedback. What to listen for. When your classmates give you some notes and feedback, you can ask them to analyze some specifics. You can ask, did it seem like I was reading too much? Did my tone sound natural? And how was my eye contact?
Direct questions can help to focus their feedback. If they have some suggestions, don't take it personally. These comments are good and do not mean that your presentation is a failure.
Feedback is such a common part of the academic and professional process, so good luck.
On to our next section. Add some spice, tone, emphasis, and personality. Okay, you've got good phrases, cue cards, slides, and you've practiced so many times, but maybe you still sound like a robot when you speak. How can you speak more naturally?
Well, Michael, I have 3 words for you. Tone, emphasis, and personality.
When you're not tied to a script, you can use your voice more engagingly. You can change your pitch, speed, and pauses. Slow down when making a big point. Speed up when you're excited.
And don't just read. Think of it like a performance. Be a good storyteller and use your face and your hands. Smile for something fun or interesting. Gesture to highlight a key point. Perhaps you can even vary your tone to be more serious when the data is really scary. And emphasize keywords by changing your volume. And lastly, you can pause for effect
Let's do a contrast. Listen to these two examples and think how you feel.
Okay. Our project shows how urban farming can improve local food system.
Our project shows how urban farming can improve local food systems.
See the difference? One sounds totally sleepy, and the other one guides the listener with vocal clues. When we emphasize important words, our voice rises and then falls.
Farming can improve.
So good! Let's do another example.
This slide explains the different causes of pollution, such as factories, cars, and waste.
So let's talk about what's messing with our air. 3 major culprits: factories, traffic, and trash. Let's take a look at how each one plays a part in this pollution party.
See the difference? One sounds like a robot. The other sounds like a real human with excellent tone, emphasis, and personality. Warm-ups and vocal exercises. Before presenting, you might want to warm up your voice and your tongue.
Try humming or tongue twisters. Now repeat after me. Red leather, yellow leather. She sells seashells by the seashore.
You could also stretch your facial muscles a little. Take deep breaths and maybe roll your shoulders to relax a little bit.
The goal is to feel loose and ready to talk. What about accents?
You might wonder, but I have an accent. Will people understand me?
Now, let's go ahead and bust this myth. You know, everyone has an accent. There is nothing wrong with that.
Having an accent doesn't make you any less credible. It makes you more unique. Mumbling, monotone delivery, or unclear structure does.
When you focus on clarity, rhythm, and confidence, you can speak with pride. Your voice does matter. Student reflection.
Next time you speak in class, try highlighting your main point using just one sentence starter from today.
It might feel strange at first, but trust us, it works. Summary table.
Let's wrap things up with a supercharged summary table.
Each category in the table gives you ready-to-use phrases and reminders to help you avoid sounding like a complete robot.
Think of these as seasoning, the same content, but with flavor, style, and personality.
And you're not just delivering information, right? You're delivering an experience. Recap and takeaways.
So remember, friends, presenting is not about sounding perfect. It's about sounding present.
And you are not a robot. You are a human presenter, a storyteller.
Great presenting isn't about reading notes. It's about showing your thinking with your voice. So don't aim for robot-level accuracy. Aim for connection, warmth, and clarity in your presentation.
Use cue cards, not full scripts. Speak from ideas, not pages. Practice with friends, play with your tone, and listen to their feedback. If you highlight, emphasize, and pause, you guide your listener through your message.
So stand tall, breathe deep, and speak like someone who has something worth saying, because you do.
And we believe in you. Your ideas are worth hearing, not just reading.
In our next video, we'll dive into how to handle Q&A sessions like a pro, even when questions catch you off guard.
Until then, speak boldly, connect deeply, and remember, you are not a robot. See you at Cal and in the next video.